Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Sheepers, we're back with another Texas Epi. Good morning, good afternoon, whatever it may freaking be. All I know is I'm out in the water today. I am with a buddy who you guys may or may not have seen. He's actually my state farm agent. No, his name isn't Jake. His name's Steven. He's a great guy and just so happens like he fishes. So we were on the phone talking about some rates, some premiums, and I was like, hey man, you wanna go in the water? And he's like, yeah, sure. So that's what we're doing today. The theme of this whole month and last month has been fishing new lakes. I'm really trying to step outside my comfort zone. I'm really working on trying to learn to bite here in Texas as I grew up in Illinois. Super unfamiliar with these Texas fish. You ready, dog?
Oh, I'm ready.
Let's get him. Thanks for putting me in the water. So Steve and I really, man, we don't know anything about this lake, but that can be honestly pretty exciting because there's no greater feeling than going out on a new body of water, knowing that much about it, and then potentially putting together patterns. Water temp is 49. Wow, that's chilly. Put the boat in gear and we'll see you guys out in the drink. Hopefully we catch them. Okay. Now I understand this is a new lake, and I think in one of my past videos I said moving bait's best way to go to hunt down some of these fish, especially when you're just like fishing water that's like, in my opinion, blind. Like I have no idea what's really down there. I got 0 waypoints in my graph. So what I'm doing right now is I'm going against the grain, and I'm kind of contradicting myself because I'm starting with a good old-fashioned jig, a 3/8 ounce jig, and I call this like a PB&J color, and on the back I've got a Googa Baits Crack and Crawl. I don't know, it just looks really jiggy, so I want to try that out for a bit, and if I don't have any success, then I'm going to switch over to a moderate diving crankbait in a bluegill color, then shaky head, and then maybe a shallow diving crank. Just kind of messing around. The water temp's 50.3 over here. There's tons of rock. It's a steep bank. I'm sitting at about 10 feet, and just to my left is about 20. So really steep drop over here. Find some warmer water. Keeps dropping the farther we get back here. Unless what comes into here is cold water. Rain will begin around 11:30 a.m. Yeah, I think you guys are a bit off the mark on that one. It's 11:19 and well, she's soggy.
Some teamwork.
Quick time check for you guys. We just pulled up to the second spot of the day. We've been fishing for quite some time. Not much has progressed, but that's not out of the ordinary, especially for a new lake like this. So really, really quickly, I'm gonna take a sliver of the day and discuss the lures that we've already been throwing thus far. First thing we got right here is a little finesse jig. Been throwing that pretty much all day. This has been kind of the one lure I've been gravitating towards, and it has gotten me 0 bites. That's just for now. I still have a lot of confidence in that. We've also been throwing some crankbaits right there. Moderate diving crankbait. Shaky had been throwing that a bit. Also been throwing a creature bait, which is by Toss Around the jerk bait. That's on top of that Chick-fil-A bag right there. Boat's a bit of a mess right now, but I just want to let you guys know that we are still dragging jigs, making long casts. Pulled up to a nice point with a ton of rock on it, and I just don't see how we couldn't at least get a dink here. These lakes in Texas, man, they got me confused. I'm such a northern guy. 50-degree water temp is hot up north, but for these Texas fish, it's got them got a little finicky. Well, since it is an absolute grind out here, I'm gonna take a quick moment and unbox some lures, because what makes fishing even better than a little lure unboxing? Yeah, actually I ordered some lures off of shopkarls.com. This is the first time I've ever done this, like place my own order. They are actually offering free shipping to all users now. You don't have to be a full-time member, so that's pretty cool. Also, if you want to sign up, you can save 20 and 30% off of lures just like these ones and the ones you're gonna see in this box here. I have a feeling there might be a few lures that I ordered that might come into play maybe. This is all theoretical. I mean, we've thrown everything in the kitchen sink today, but hopefully there's something in here that will get me bit. So without further ado, let's crack her open, see what's inside. Holy smokes. Okay, so this is about $100 worth of lures here, and most of them, as you can see, are hard baits. I'm not gonna go over everything, of course, but I'm just gonna highlight a few of the essentials that I think will really work right now, wintertime in Texas, and especially for you northern guys too, coming up as the thaw slowly and steadily approaches. In sum, Shop Karls, if you guys aren't familiar with the whole concept of it, is it's essentially a fishing store for you guys to pick up lures at a discount. You subscribe to a monthly subscription for the site, and then you get up to like 20 to 30% off of gear that you wouldn't normally get a discount on. The other cool thing is you earn back credit for each purchase that you make. So let's say you buy like a $5 crankbait. You then get like store credit or like points to then spend on other products within the store. So basically for every fishing purchase that you make, you're earning fishing bucks per se to use on the store. So that's pretty neat. Yeah, rain's coming down, so I'm gonna put the camera away and we're gonna get to cranking. It's hour number 3 or 4 out in the water. Steve and I are got the first row seat on the struggle bus. Have not gotten a bite, have not seen a fish. What else is new? Aside from being super pessimistic right now, this looks dandy. And Lucky seems to be, what do you smell, girl? You smell some fish? Okay, so we're gonna give it a shot. I'm throwing a heavy duty finesse jig with a bandito bug on the back. You're gonna throw a spinnerbait? Slow roll spinnerbait, 2 winter essentials. I like the way this looks a lot. You got brush. We're sitting at about 7 feet. Like for it to be a little bit deeper, but hey, gotta try. Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh, bro! It's a nice fish. I'm gonna see if I can.
Nice fish. Great fish.
Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Oh, I'm freaking out right now.
You got it? You got it?
Got him! Did you see what just happened there though? As soon as it fucking hit the water, he came up and just, that's like a 5-pounder. Let's go! Oh, my heart is pounding, bro. That was the sick, I thought I was hallucinating. I'm shaking. It has been a long time since a bass has made me feel the way that this guy, that's like, dude, that's like almost 6, I bet. Look at this fish. This is why you fish in conditions. It's because big fish bite. Well, I know what we're doing from now on. All right, gonna get a weight on this, guys. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. 5'9", 5 pounds, 9 ounces. I'm gonna put her in the water real quick and get the camera set up. That is a stud. I don't know if you could tell, but throughout the video, I've been just super somber, not very pumped. Well, let's just say that all changed after this guy ate. I'll talk about the whole scenario here in a second. I just wanna give you guys an up close look as to what this fish looks like and how Texas is just such a beautiful state. Gonna put him back in the water real quick. Check out that behemoth. That is just like one of the prettiest fish I've caught in the longest time. So gorgeous, unbelievable. We have not gotten a bite today. In my head, I'm thinking these fish have got to be lethargic. They've got to be slow moving. They've got to be at the very least 10 feet of water, if not deeper. I pitched into some brush because that's just my instinct as a bass angler. It's late in the afternoon. It doesn't matter, but at the very least, we have taken one step further to getting some really good fish. Calm and collective. This is the bush that changed the momentum of the day. I was just down in the dumps. Gloomy, just like the rain. What we're gonna do is Steven and I are gonna look for some more brush like this, which there is a ton of in this lake. Like we passed up all that. Look at all that up there.
Yeah.
And here's the craziest thing: is my back of the back of the boat right now is reading 7 foot. When we got right up to this bush, it was reading 4 foot. It's wild. All right, I'm gonna keep the scale out. In good fortune that we'll catch another one. It is just straight pissing on us out here in Texas. God, I love these bass, but I sure do hate this weather. Judging from that last ferocious bite, we're gonna try the same place that we started at. Only this time, instead of sitting in 16 feet of water and casting into like 10, we're gonna sit in like 8 feet of water and cast into like 3 or 4. It doesn't make any sense, but neither does that bite. So we have to figure something out here. I don't know if I give you an up close look at that jig, but here it is. Look at that juicy little number. Big old finesse jig, 7/16 ounce. With the one and only bandito bug. I'm throwing this on a 7.2 rigged rod and some 20-pound test. Call. That's a fish. They are shallow. They are shallow. We are sitting in 7 feet of water. Dude, this fish is freezing cold.
How far was it? Dude, look at his stomach.
Oh, damn, he did get, oh, probably by like a turtle or a bird or something. I feel bad about this. That just happened too. All right, well, I'm gonna get back in the water. I don't want to induce too much stress. Poor little guy, hope you live. Wow, man, so what happened there is I was reeling it back. And he grabbed it. These fish are pumped up right now. We don't even know it. Not to discredit anyone fishing out here because, you know, we don't know anything about this lake either, but every single person we've seen, including that guy all the way over there, have been fishing like freaking 40 yards off the bank, and so did we. I started the day off fishing in like 20 feet of water. That fish, and the big one, came in 3 feet and it doesn't make sense, and I don't get why, but like they're moving up. I think they're just thinking about the spawn. Like the water temp is telling them, no, stay out, you know, in deep water, but this time of year, right about now, is when these Texas fish, from what I've been told, start to move up. Because also, we're on the beginning of a warming trend. Today is, you know, in the 50s, and it's only gonna get hotter, I think, up until like Thursday. It's gonna reach 77. Why? Why do the fishing gods have to do this to us? So it's our time to leave. The fishing gods only want us to get a quarter nut today. Just barely could have gotten a mean pattern, but I mean, like, as soon as I caught that second fish and we were working our way down this juicy bank, the rain picked up. Now, as an angler, I don't mind fishing in this junk, but I've got quite the soggy wiener dog who is taking shelter under that blanket. And also, I've got camera gear that just doesn't necessarily love the rain. So we're out of here. We're gonna take a pretty wet ride back to the ramp, and we'll meet you there. It's wet! Oh my God, look how soggy you are. You're the soggiest wiener I've ever seen. Go, let's go, come on. Man, it's been a minute since I filmed in some like this. Oh, where are my keys at? Do you have my keys? You guys probably know, but I never film in the rain. It was just all of that ambition after that 5-pounder, and had the juices flowing. I was ready to, you know, become an elite pro after that. Sometimes thinking smarter, not harder, is the correct plan. Come on, Lucky. Oh, I feel so bad. Come on, little toots. Wow, you are soaked. Like, if you thought I was wet, look at this little wang. Shake it out, girl. Is that not just the craftiest wiener you've ever seen? Not only is she smart, but she is an absolute trooper for braving it in today's weather. I had no idea it was gonna be like today. It was supposed to be 30% chance of rain. That looked like 110% to me. I'm finally dry. That is probably one of the wettest videos I filmed thus far this year. Okay, so before I close out today's video, let's head into the office, and I wanna talk about these past few fishing days and videos that have taken place here in Texas. This right here is a physical representation of all the fishing that I've done in the past week and a half. So some of you guys may or may not know this, but I've officially moved to Texas as of September 2018. Now, many people have been asking me, haven't you always lived in Texas with the Guggen House? Yes and no. It is a living place. There are beds there, but it's really kind of a content hub. I officially have now purchased my own house. And with that being said, I've really made it a goal for 2019 to be all about Texas. As a kid, I always looked up to Texas. I thought, you know, as an Illinois boy, Texas was the pinnacle of fishing. And now that I live down here and I've got a house and I'm here full time, I don't want to take this for granted. I'm 23 years old. I don't want to look back when I'm 30 and wish I fished more of these lakes around here. Over the past week and a half, I have fished a total of 8 lakes total, 7 that I'm gonna mention right here. Now let's start with the first lake that I fished, which was, I think, sometime last week. Lake number 1, I caught 0 fish. Lake number 2, also 0 fish. Lake number 3, caught 1 fish. Okay, starting to look a little bit better. After that, lake number 4, caught 10 fish. Looking pretty decent. Lake number 5, I caught 5 fish. Lake number 6, another big fat skunk. So since lake number 5 was so good, I went back and I caught another 10 fish. That was that video that I filmed with Bryce and Alex. Alex is the, you know, hopefully the future cameraman. Anyway, lake number 7, which I fished today, I caught 2 fish, one of which being the biggest one in Texas of 2019. That's my personal best Texas bass as of now. But the reason why I want to show you guys all the lakes I've been fishing on the whiteboard is to show you that someone like myself from Illinois who doesn't know much about Texas can make it happen. Regardless of what you may think or read in BASS magazine, Texas is not an easy place to fish, but it is a very fun place to fish. And if you can figure the fish out, you're gonna catch some pretty big giants. And with all this being said, I wanna show you guys my top 3 lures of 2019 so far. Bass lures, that is. So I advocate for any of you guys, whether you live up north, down south, east, west, to get out there, take notes, make videos, experiment, try different stuff. Of course, always be open to learning and taking advice from other anglers, but don't always absorb everything you hear. Try things for yourself. Go with your gut, step outside your comfort zone, and fish something if it looks good. Just conquer some waters, you know, make it happen. That's all I got for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching today's episode. As always, folks, keep fishing. Never stop.